That's when they decided it's better to start on this side, but that also seems silly.
Get some more rounds in, I guess, you know? But look at the setup from Mousesports. Not a single guy going Kevlar. They go full nades nearly across the board. Really interesting. No upgraded pistols, just full utility here, and this is not working out. Glaive already gets the headshot on Chris.
And this is a big problem. Tabson's going to go down now. Nuki here at the crossover, and no one has died yet from Copenhagen Wolves, and they also have smokes just to make the crossover happen here. Oh, good damage being dealt by Nuki, but this retake is going to be very, very hard, I think, for Copenhagen Wolves. This is a very, very strong start for the Danes.
But and then now they're down a man as well. Leisure just kind of rushing in there alone. No support from his mate, Alu, who's already wrapping around. Nuki does get a headshot on SMF. There is still a nade on Alu. He's going to chuck that onto the site. Perfect. Drops down. Kerrigan to 9 HP.
Oh, Mouse with Nuki with a great jump shot there, but Alu's still going to go down. Pimp coming in with the last 2 kills, and that was all it took here. I like the grenade strat similar, but when you get caught on long and you have no body armor, that aim punch is really, really gonna screw you up. Even if if the team, even if they don't hit headshots, they're probably still gonna win the battle. But Chris J, body armor and a scout. I love this idea.
No fear from Chris. This is his style, and he can land the shots. He can land the headshots if he gets the opportunity. For now, he's just holding it mid, kind of floating around CT, looking to see if it's going to be any action at long. There is a man in long house. Kerrigan is going to be jumped on by Tabson as soon as he steps out.
Good body shot coming in from. Actually, what was that? Was that a C-set?
Chris.
Oh, it was Chris with the scout, of course. I thought it was a deagle at the moment. I was wondering how did it do so much damage. I forgot about the sniper rifle. Alu's walking up here, almost catches one with a rifle out, or with a grenade out, but it's not going to work. Oh my god, that timing was almost golden for Mousesports. That would have been sick. Chris still waiting down here. They know the scout is there, and he's not going to get the shot on, but Glaive is actually on 1 HP, so a lot could have worked for Mousesports this round, I think.
No, Glaive 1 HP, right? That kind of paints the picture right there. It could have been great. Instead, Glaive, he decides to rob Mousesports. This is something we have to keep our eyes on for Mousesports as well. This is a team that loves to do not random pushes, but aggressive pushes. They love to push around the map, get information that way, kind of pressure their opponents into perhaps making mistakes or being able to just find easy frags like that. So Mousesports, we have to see if that is actually going to pan out and work for them, because on Dust 2, CT side, you have to be able to go for those kinds of pushes in Upper Dark or out from house. That sort of play is crucial for a good CT half. So Mousesports are going to have to find a way to make it work eventually here.
And I think actually the upper push they just did, if they had pushed like half a second earlier, they would have certainly got the 1 kill on the guy who had a grenade out, but they could have even picked up the second or third one as well. That could have been an absolutely golden opportunity. So I think you're right, the aggressive pushes is a good idea for Mousesports, and the timing was just really off, but that's just unfortunate, I think. Down the middle here, Chris taking a battle with was that Nico? Yeah, it must have been Nico with the pistol. Not really sure why Nico wanted to do that. They must know the scout is still in play.
Just trying to tempt fate, I guess, or maybe tempt Chris. See what happens, Is he going to land the shot or not? Pimp gets Tabson, though. That's a good headshot there. That's going to weaken the defense here for Mousesports, but they are on pistols apart from Chris, so there's no big surprise there. It should be coming down to Copenhagen Wolves, not really giving the opportunity for Mousesports to throw, or not really giving any opportunity for Mousesports to get an advantage in this half. They're all pushing together, they're all grouped up, and this is how you're supposed to play an anti-eco, really.
Yeah, I agree. Mousesports trying for a bit of a boost down. Now they're going to go into the B-bomb site, and Alu and Leggy are going to be the first 2 people to spot anything. They're going to call for backup. Not sure it's really going to matter that much. Not going to happen for Alu. He goes down. Legia wants to take a shot through here. Chris is actually being overrun. Kerrigan jumped on his face. Legia still alive here. Tries with the scout. Actually, did he hit that shot?
He hit that shot.
Oh,
he hit
wow.
that shot.
That's pretty cool.
I gotta love scout play. That's such a versatile weapon, and you're so fast with it as well. It really does feel like you're just like a speed demon, like rolling around the map with it, just jumping everywhere. Such a dynamic, cool scoped rifle. But now Chris has got the bigger brother, and Nico does too. Nico looking, waiting, patient, goes for the flick and misses. He actually legs Chris J. I take it back. He gets the leg shot.
But it looked like he missed that shot. It really did. I was wondering as well how he did that damage, but it looked like he just shot through. But, well, good job. Now, if they're going to push over on long, Pimp is in an absolutely godlike position. They're going to peek here. Legia goes down, and Alu will get the return. But that is still going to favor the Copenhagen Wolves side. Unfortunately for Pimp, he didn't realize it was going to be a double push. But that's actually a very, very good trade early on here for the Danish team.
These are adjustments that are going to have to come from Well, hold that thought. Nico manages to take out Chris J in the end. Second time is the charm, I suppose. Copenhagen Wolves now with the man advantage, but it's definitely something that Copenhagen Wolves are going to have to adjust for and make sure that they cover all of the approaches, because Mousesports are going to be continuing to push like that.
And they were grouping up in the middle. I really like what Mousesports was thinking then. Just, you know, they had everyone either in mid or on short, and they just wanted to see if they can sandwich in Copenhagen Wolves, which it seemed like they did, but they actually just missed their shots. That's a really annoying way to lose a round, because they had some positions where they could have got a number of kills here, but now the Danish team is off to an incredibly strong start here, Semler. I mean, they have money. They keep having people alive. Look how much money they have even 5 rounds into this game.
And again, the aggressive push. Nice nade there. That's actually doing quite a bit of damage. Alu sets up for a kill on Kerrigan, but Pimp stripes right back, and now the bomb site is wide open for Copenhagen Wolves. They're just chucking in some nades, playing it safe. Not sure if this is a stack, because that was very aggressive play out of Mousesports, but Copenhagen Wolves, they're going to be rewarded for their patience. They take their time with it, and they will get control of this site.
Yeah, now they see a couple of people coming up from behind. I think that was SMF spotting people coming up from T-spawn, so they know pretty much exactly what's happening on this map here, and that's obviously good news. Nico's going to be peeking out, maybe. He really wants to, but he's got to be careful. Nuki's right around this wall, and are they trying to jump over? Can he actually see anything here, Pimp? This is very, very tricky play. Nuki goes down, just actually charged, almost stabbed with the AWP from Nico, and still another good round coming in from the Danish team.
An AWP bayonet.
I mean, yeah.
Put the headshot.
That's what it looks like. I don't think you actually put bayonets on sniper rifles, because you're really not meant to get that close, but...
Then again, it turns it into practically like a short spear, right? That would be pretty cool. You have like a weird... If anybody knows what Harry Dresden is, they'll know what I'm talking about, the Dresden Files. But yeah. Alright.
Maybe you could throw it? Is that what you're saying? Just like actually toss it as a spear?
No, you put it. You make a spear, and then you make it so that you have rifle like rounds on the spear as well, so it serves as like a gun spear. It's pretty sick.
Okay.
Totally random.
Sick play from Chris. Takes down Pimp, and the return from Kerrigan. Going to be dropping Tabson, which is unfortunate now. They got to make up their minds here. Nuki should be falling back. Got to be careful he doesn't get caught. And he is by the car waiting. Chris wants another shot, but that was a very, very cool opening from Chris there. Very smooth and crouched in to take that kill. Nico going to go down as well. Chris with a double. And finally something starting to work here for Mousesports, and it's about time that it does.
Yeah, Chris J doing the majority of the work here, but that doesn't change the fact that Alu is waiting mid. Chris, another kill, but Alu gets rewarded for his patience at mid, finds the Glaive with the headshot, even looking towards short again, but this is a massive round for Mousesports. They're going to shut down Copenhagen Wolves. It should be a quad kill for Chris, and it will be. This is the real problem now. Mousesports had enough money for a double-op play, and Copenhagen Wolves are going to have to start worrying about where exactly on the map they can go to avoid these, or how to deal with them.
Yeah, Nico spawns very close to B. This is the furthest B spawn possible, I believe, and he's going to run straight for it. So now the big question is, are they going to be able to pick off? That must be Legia coming in here. It's going to be Nico versus Legia. Legia is going to flash in once. Nico takes the peek here. Legia, is he going to jump up? If he does, he's probably going to go down. And there it is. Legia actually goes down to the rush, because that spawn really, really helped out Copenhagen Wolves a lot. A really sick B push coming out here.
Yeah, that's so cool. They actually just decided to change up the pace very quickly like that. Now Mousesports are in a position where they should just be saving. They shouldn't even be looking to get close to this site. Just look for the exits, back off, hold on to the guns, because these are way too expensive to be giving up for free, and they don't have the money to buy them again in the next round, which is really what is going to be working well here for Copenhagen Wolves. If Mousesports are free to hold on to these 3 guns, they should be able to force a buy them in the next round. But Copenhagen Wolves have just reset the loss bonus for Mousesports, and that's going to hurt. That's going to really hurt the CT side here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Don't think they're going to find any other members of Mousesports, so they'll save the one AWP, which is really, really important. Now, the reason why this position was working out so well for Nico... Oh, there's a bit of a zoom. Is because, even though he doesn't actually pick off Legia, he still knows. He knows for 100% sure that there's nobody on this box, nobody on the whole plateau. So all they have to worry about is car and inside the bomb site, and that is a lot of information for the rest of the team rushing in. And if Legia had tried to go up to stop them, he would have been taken down by Nico. So that was a bit of a situational rush, because you can only do it if you have the right spawn for it, which... Are they going to go for it again? No, this time they slow down.
They're pacing themselves. They're waiting for Nico to get rewarded for looking towards that box. Not going to land the shot. Now Alu up close, gets Glaive through the smoke. Just as the smoke goes up, Alu spots him and pulls the trigger. Great play there from Alu. And now Mousesports, the man advantage, they can hold this. They just have to be very careful about how they split it up. But look at this, nearly a straight line across the map right now for Mousesports, trying to cover as much ground as possible.
Yeah, Carrigan's going to take down Chris, even though he's completely blinded. Chris only had a pistol, so I guess a little bit hard for him to hold short like that. But he did try and come up with a cheeky flash, which I'm not exactly sure was meant to do. But it sort of seemed to work anyway. I'm not really sure how that is. Back into a 4-on-4 here.
Yeah, back into a 4-on-4 with Nookie holding on the main site, but they're running out of nades here, Copenhagen Wolves. They have to close in. Good flash there for Nookie. Gets a good kill as well. This is setting up to be pretty decent here. The hold is real until the nade combo works, and SMF almost catches Tabson, who just barely makes it back around the corner on long. SMF now with a good plant here for Mousesports. If they can just hold on, or rather for Copenhagen Wolves, if they can just hold on to Cat, and they will.
I mean, with Nico alive as well, this is the big deal. Alu is going to have a really hard time getting in. SMF is going to take down Legia, and now Tabson and Alu. I really want them to run away here. I don't think this is a good idea any longer. Tabson is the one with the kit, and he's on 16 HP. If he dies on long with the kit, that means it doesn't even matter if Alu is going to pick up the kills, because they won't be able to defuse. So they do run away, and being hunted as well here. Alu being shot in the back, and SMF comes up with a triple kill and makes it 7-1 here, even taking away the AWP. This is a very, very tough round for Mousesports to lose. And let's just remind everyone again, Mousesports is the team that picked this map. Next map is Copenhagen Wolves map pick, so this is a big deal early on here.
It really is. And they only managed to save one gun on Tabson. So this is, once again, it looks like it's going to be a force. They had enough to be able to pick up another AWP on Alu. But no AWP for Chris J on this round. So Mousesports, they have to land some big shots. But look at Pimp. He's so close to long. He may be able to catch them as they try and round the corner, and he does. Tabson is gone, and this is going to be a strong start. Nico even tagging Alu at mid-doors.
Now Chris going to try and repeat here. Takes down Pimp. Goes for the second. Runs out of bullets. Oh, no. There's a good return from Nuki, but that's the weakness of the M4A1 as opposed to the M4A4. He just ran out at the end. Alu misses a shot on short. It's a big opening here, and that might actually be the last one they have in this round. It's a 2-on-3 again, and Mousesports, they have no money at all to buy. If they lose this round, they're going to be flat broke.
Yeah, and Nico getting out in time. He's going to go over to Longhouse. This is Copenhagen Wolves. I mean, this is their round at this point. There isn't a whole lot Mousesports can hope to do. Sure, the retake is possible on the A site, but they need to get a pick near instantly, and this is just not going to happen, especially with the bomb planted for long like this, and Nico getting in this strong position in pit. There's not a hope for Mousesports, and they've already backed off to the B site, just trying to hold on to the guns. But at some point, Mousesports are going to have to try and make a play of this. They can't. It's a bad. It starts to get to be a bad rhythm once you start actually just saving every round and not going for it. And Mousesports, if they feel like, okay, well, you know, we're down a man, we have to save every round, they're never going to get any rounds. They're just going to keep saving, hoping that they get that opening that Copenhagen Wolves probably are just not going to give them.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but I mean, I think that's when Counter-Strike becomes really hard, is when do you make the choice to actually commit to a round and just go for it. Right now, Tabson also has 0 kills, which is unfortunate. Really not the start that they're looking for here. Mousesports 8-1 is a really, really good score for Copenhagen Wolves, and the money they have is really strong as well.
Copenhagen Wolves don't have to worry about much for quite some time here. 8 rounds. They're well on their way to a successful first half here. They would love to get up to 10. If they can get to 10, this is going to be really solid for Copenhagen Wolves. But look at this push from Legia. He's using that AK. He's going to get out at Longhouse. Pimp peeks, but doesn't go far enough. 2 very big kills for Legia. 2 clean headshots, and that turns, all of a sudden, that turns this round on its head.
Nuki has to get a kill in the car here. He's going to go for it. C-set 75 is not enough. Legia with another kill in the middle, going to take down Nuki. Stunning performance here from the Serbian player, but is it going to be enough? In the middle, Nico's looking with the AWP, and Chris J will take him down, and maybe they are going to be able to do it. The singular performance here from Legia, maybe it's going to be just enough. Not going to get the quad kill. Tabson comes in and picks up the first kill of the game for himself, but that was beautiful play.
Not sure what happened with Pimp there. You know, as I was saying, Mousesports are prone to pushes. They love to push around the map. And Copenhagen Wolves didn't have somebody camping outside of a Longhouse. They had Pimp, who was in lower dark tunnels, kind of looking towards top mid, but he wasn't really looking. He was like hiding around the wall, and he half peeked, but that wasn't enough to spot Legia. So that was a bit of a weird crumbling of the defense for Copenhagen Wolves. Like, leaving a chink in their armor like that is just not something they can do when Mousesports are going to be able to walk around the map the way that Legia just did.
No, flashes rain out. Chris not hitting that shot. Looked like it was dead on. Really scary. A lot of flashes over on long here. Is actually going to give Copenhagen Wolves control along, but I don't think that's a big deal. They still have Chris up here, and you know, Mousesports can fall back and just defend the site from here. What I'm really interested in is to see how Copenhagen Wolves is going to use this control. I'd love to see them leave Nico in the pit and then rotate somewhere else.
Leave Nico in the pit, put that AWP to work. Nico is going for that pit, but Chris J is still alive and Goose. It's going to turn into the op duel here. Who's going to come out ahead? If Chris shows himself,
so
Nico...
The reason people do this is because eventually the CT side is very likely to become curious about what's happening down on long and then go and peek, and that's what the ult works. But they can also just put Glaive in the middle to pick up that double kill, which is obviously ridiculous. Chris jumps, Nico peeks, and nobody's going to get a shot. But they still have to worry about Nico over here for the retake. If they want to go for this B-bomb site, Tabson peeks in, doesn't get the shot, and Mousesports should not be thinking about retaking. They should be thinking about saving here.
They managed to hold on to the... They do manage to hold on and stay alive until Pimp catches Nookie pushing in upper dark, and that's where it falls apart here for Mousesports. Good kill there by Chris J, but he gets instantly punished by Kerrigan, and Tabson is now going to be alive, 1v3. Glaive spots him at the doors, and that's the end of this round. Copenhagen Wolves just looking fantastic right now, crushing Mousesports, and most importantly, crushing Mousesports' economy.
Yeah.
Just never letting them get into the match where they can have a really solid buy. Because look at this, I mean, there's 3 guys who can go for strong buys on Mousesports, but then 2 of their players have 2 grand and 1.8. That means that, you know, you can't go for a double op play unless you just let them go for like 5-7 armor or something like that, and then you kind of have 2 weak links.
Yeah, it's really tricky. You're absolutely right. They're in a tough spot here, Mousesports. They definitely are. And Copenhagen Wolves, everything seems to be working for them. They're looking quite strong at the moment. 9-2 is the scoreline at the moment. And Alu's going to make the crossover. Chris has an AWP, and he's really fast up on short. Again, very aggressive style coming up from Mousesports. It's definitely not boring watching Mousesports play Counter-Strike. They are making this really fun. Even if they're losing a lot of rounds here, they're not like a boring team to spectate.
No, not at all. They're always exciting. And for the reason of, you know, just the aggression that can come out of them at any time. Pushing through smokes. They in general, Mousesports have no fear. So it's pretty interesting to see right now how they've gone ahead with the setup here. Only Tabson holding it long. In the meantime, a lot of focus mid and towards Cat. So Mousesports really just trying to concentrate, shut down this B-slit push that could be setting up here because the bomb is on Kerrigan and it's waiting in upper dark. Doesn't seem like Copenhagen Wolves have really figured out where they want to take it yet.
Oh, Chris falling down. Breaks his feet maybe, but he's still running just fine. And it looks like it's going to be a B push eventually, actually. But this is a really good setup that Mouse have to deal with. They already have 2 people inside B, and they have Nuki in the middle. So this could work out really well. Flash out once, flash out again. Nuki's going to run through with it from Mouse. Right in the face. Takes down Pimp. Glaive should be able to get the return. He will. But coming up from behind is going to be Tabson to take down Glaive. So now it's a 2-on-3, and inside the bomb site. Alu still strong. The Finnish player is going to go down, leaving SMF in a 2-on-1. And the bomb, well, he can't plant it if he's quick, but if he's slow, Tabson's going to take him down.
I like the position that he chose to plant in as well. This covers him from dark. But he needs to kind of push out now at this point, and it's really scary. He's looking to see if Tabson is going to be pushing upper dark. He's trying to catch out Chris J, but he's not going to get it. Tabson pushes out at the right time from upper dark. SMF caught between a rock and a hard place. Nowhere to go. He really tried to turn that into a 1v1, and it seemed like, he looked out at slope, didn't see anybody, looks back towards the site, doesn't see anybody, and he keeps turning back and forth. He didn't know where to go, and by the time he figured it out, it was too late.
Yeah, nice retake though from Mousesports. That was it's really, really important. A little bit of a shame that that Alu couldn't pick up the last kill, so they would have had a little bit more of a rifle situation going into this. They are once again spending a lot of their money, but at least I think they saved 2 AWPs. Is that true? I think they did.
They saved 1. Chris J had 1, and I believe they managed to pick up another one on Alu.
Okay, so they bought the other. That's a big difference.
But the big thing is that the force buy for Mousesports, where they spread out their money and really just spread out the rifles, it works. So they're able to get a 1-up here, and now they need to start putting some rounds. They have to get 5 here, Mousesports. They need 2 rounds of the remaining 3.
Well, I mean, it's even possible that they can actually get to 6 rounds if they win the next 2 in a row and make it 5. I don't think Copenhagen Wolves are going to have enough money, so 9-6 isn't even out of the question here, which is would be a really interesting turn. Mousesports, I mean, are not a weak team. Even though it was an incredible start from Copenhagen Wolves, you know, what was it, 8-1 at some point? Now it's 9-3. It shows you.
Yeah, they're really starting to come back into this. It's so cool right now. It's a very evenly matched, matchup, obviously, hard, but still, this is actually really good between both of these teams. Again, they're going with the 2-1-2, and Nuki is waiting at mid. Is he going to have the same success this time? And he gets chased away this time. It's not going to work, but Alu from the window puts that op to work.
Yeah, now up and upper dark, Legia runs through the smoke right into the face of them, and SMF's going to go down. Legia with a beautiful position, picks up a triple kill, and makes it 9-4. And Copenhagen Wolves can still buy 10,000 on Glaive, is a lot of money, and everyone else can also pick up here, but are they going to be able to buy for the third round, really? No, look at this. 0 on SMF, 100 on Carrigan, 800 on Nico. This is going to be interesting now, really interesting.
If they lose this round, if they can get a plant, they'll be able to get a pretty decent buy. If they don't, they still should be able to force up with a reasonable buy, but it's still going to be rough for Copenhagen Wolves here. They need to just start breaking Mousesports again. But Mousesports seem to have really figured it out. That was a solid B hold. Just very good work from them.
Oh!
Nico!
Right through the pole there, just taking down Alu. That was so cheeky. Now let's see if they can actually use this opening. Chris J's going to go down, and that's both the AWPers gone. Now Copenhagen Wolves can play this one slowly, but they're not. They're actually rushing up short here, see if they can just get control of the bomb side. Nuki's nearby. Here's everything. Down the middle. Legia's going to ride into Carrigan. He goes down. Nuki, low on health as well, is going to be dropped. Tabson, 1-on-4. Not much of a chance. He's going to get backstabbed as well. SMF. What?
Missing some shots there. That was awkward.
All the shots. That was very awkward, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to be Tabson going down 10-4 here, and we're into the 15th round. And Mousesports actually don't have a lot of money to buy with. 2 people, I think, can buy rifles here. That's not quite enough, I think.
Oh, Glaive has the money to drop an op for Nico, though. So at least they do manage to get a pretty decent buy on Copenhagen Wolves' side. A very good buy, in fact, a full buy. Mousesports, however, they're trying to piece it together. And Copenhagen Wolves, they could very well pick up 11-4 here, in which case life gets really difficult for Mousesports.
Yeah, it definitely does. Carrigan going to be walking up here, spots a couple of people in upper dark. Got to be careful he doesn't give his life away here. Takes down one. Alu is going to fall as well. Not the best start, but Chris should be able to get an instant return here. Carrigan not ready for Chris. Nuki coming up from upper. Actually, a great shot. Takes down Nico, that was. So it's back into a 2-on-2. And with Chris here, this is very doable, especially...
Tabson,
oh no, Tabson! Knife out, straight headshot. Nicely done.
Yeah, Tabson again pushing from long. This is Mousesports in a box. They're just going all over the place. Chris J gets flanked by Pimp, though, from the B site, and we're into a 1-on-1 now in this series. Pimp has been doing fantastic work for Copenhagen Wolves in the first best of 3. It's now his time to shine. But Tabson with 2 frags already. He's looking pretty solid, and he takes the fight mid. Tabson, no fear.
No, flashed himself in. Flash comes out. Great flash from Pimp. Going to get him in a slightly better position. Another flash to follow up. Tabson peeks it. Pimp looking here to shoot through. And those barrels are really working out. Tabson comes up with the triple. And it will be 10-5 for the first half. Not at all a bad recovery from Mousesports. That's, you know, in the last, 6 rounds, they won 4 out of 6. That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn solid. And that's the beauty of this right now, is the fact that Mousesports, even after a really tough start to the half, being down 9-1, I think, they managed to actually come back and bring this to a pretty decent score. I mean, sure, 9-6 would be lovely, and we have been seeing CT teams pick up more rounds on Dust too, but 5 rounds on the CT side, if you get the pistol, you're still very much in this game. So this is going to be sick. I'm really excited to see what Mousesports do on the T side here to start off with the pistol. If they just go full YOLO, if they're going to spread out and try and look for picks versus Copenhagen Wolves.
I guess we are about to find out. I mean, it's been kind of a crazy game so far. I've considering the start that Copenhagen Wolves have, I think they're going to be happy about the first half, but I think they're going to be sad they couldn't make this basically like 12-3 or 11-4 or anything like that. I think Mousesports did a good job of showing us what they can do, and they probably do need to win this map. I mean, as we said earlier, Mousesports picked us 2 as a first map, then second map's going to be Inferno. That was picked by Copenhagen Wolves, so it doesn't always mean, I mean, just because you pick a map doesn't mean you're going to win it. If only if it's that simple, you know, it'd be a little bit easier, but generally, you know, you want to win on your own map choice. That's just a little bit easier, isn't it?
Yeah. Life would be a little bit more fun. Apparently, there's just questions going on all over the place now. It's like, why do Copenhagen, Wolves have to log out after every half? And apparently, 4 out of their guys, their PCs are made out of wood. So we have to be patient here, guys. I think that this actually favors Copenhagen Wolves because they can almost at will pause the game whenever they want and reload.
Yeah.
And the time that it takes, really, I mean, when you're coming off of a half like that, especially a half where Tabson excuse me, clutches it 1v1, that's like when Mouse want to just keep going. They want to go,
right.
get into that second half, just keep that momentum rolling.
Yeah.
And then Copenhagen Wolves, they just stop it short every time. They just stop the momentum and let everything cool off again.
Yeah, I think you're right. Definitely a little bit of a bummer for Mousesports that they can't keep on going. And speaking of Tabson, because we were criticizing him earlier, he had, 0-6 at one point. I think it was like 5 rounds and he hadn't picked up any kills, and he actually ends up being tied with the rest of his team at about 8 kills. So that is a really, really good recovery. Well played, Tabson, for waking up, because it can be hard when you're down that much and the rest of your team is trying to make it work, but you're the one weak link, and you definitely know you are. So that's nice to see as well. That's good, and we'll see. They are getting back in. Tabson saying, "Take your time, don't hurry." I like the sarcasm on Mousesports' side. That's good fun. Look, guys, if you're just joining us, then we're going to be going into the second half of the first map in this best of 3 here. This is the lower bracket convention center for the LAN. So it's going to be new experiences, Andrew. I'm really excited. Like Wednesday can't come fast enough now. Yeah, we have a lot of Counter-Strike this weekend, but it's only going to get better from here on out for the rest of this month, and then next month is going to be insane. So you guys have better clear your schedules and get your minds right, because this is going to be really fun. Now, we've resumed the game. Second half is coming up here between Mousesports and Copenhagen Wolves. And let's see, the score is 10-5, as it actually says, so good job from the ESL admins making sure everything is working here. And big thanks to ESL as well for just hosting all of this and doing a good job of getting the games running and everything. The delays actually haven't been ESL's fault, so that's good news.
Yeah, 2-1-2 set up here from Copenhagen Wolves, not really putting too much focus on short. We do still have Nico kind of like rotating between long and short, looking at cross, but for now, it seems like Copenhagen Wolves, they will rotate the guys and they will make the right call. It's going to be an A split coming out from Mousesports.
Oh, SMF caught with a grenade in hand. Nico trying to fall back here, really doesn't have much of a chance. And the big problem is Glaive. Oh, 6 shot coming up from Glaive, but he needs a lot more here. Looking for Legia, getting some help as well, but not working out. Nico can't find the return either, and a lot of chaos and confusion coming out here from Copenhagen Wolves. Mousesports charging in, and now it's a 3-on-3. Still no bomb plant, but I think they have a good chance of taking this round.
Agreed. They are going to be able to get the plant here now, Copenhagen Wolves. Or rather, Mousesports. This is going to be big. But Copenhagen Wolves, they've done some damage. It's fairly even across the board right now. Kerrigan rushing up on Cat, trying to take shots. And Chris J just goes leaping down into CT, catches Nico completely off guard. Now the take happens. Kerrigan rushing up onto the site, point blank on Olu. Finally gets the kill, but he's alone. 1v2.
Yeah, not a lot of time here. If he had a kid, it would be different, but he doesn't. He's going to go for Legia, takes him down. Still no time left for him. Without the kit, this just isn't possible any longer. He's going to go for the smoke and the defuse, but I don't think it's going to happen. Chris already sees it coming. Triple from Kerrigan won't save the day, and he's going to die to the bomb as well. So just Chris surviving, and a great round from Mousesports. As we said, they really don't play boring Counter-Strike. They double jump down into CT spawn to pick up that kill. That was really cool.
That was huge. And then they don't even waste any time after that. Chris J immediately starts rotating over to Cat. You know, they sack one guy, he gets caught. Tabson, I believe, he gets caught over an element, but still Chris J alive on Cat like that just made it impossible for Copenhagen Wolves to get the defuse. Really sick play, but I also like what Copenhagen Wolves are going for here. Double scout play, man. It's like one-upping Chris J on his half.
Exactly. It's really interesting. They're already taking a little bit of damage here on Glaive. If you buy these scouts, you kind of want them to work. I mean, getting a headshot on someone is a really good start. And they have a bit of a stack towards the A side of the map here. Glaive not going to be able to pick up any damage just yet. We'll see if he's going to be able to at all. Once they get closer, this scout just loses a lot of its qualities. With double grenade. Oh. Mousesports playing smartly.
And Glaive somehow reading that, saw it coming. Gets out of the way in time. Glaive taking quite a bit of damage, actually. Mousesports really trying to hunt him down, drop him down to 59 HP. But again, it looks like it's going to be a Cat play coming out here from Mousesports. They look like they want to split up A. But the bomb is on Cat this time, and there's 3 guys holding solid here. 1 guy in Goose waiting, and that's just Kerrigan. He's just staring at a wall, waiting for the flashes to come in and dodge them so that he can whip around with that CZ75 and start cleaning up.
Yeah, Nico here with the scout. This is exactly where I wanted him to be with the AWP in the last game, and this time he's doing it, so I'm really happy at the moment. He's already got the 1 kill, looking for a second one, missing that shot. He's got to be really careful. Oh, it's a second one, and now it's actually a 4-on-3. Pimp could have had a huge opening coming up from behind. He did good damage. Alu and Chris are low. Leggy on 100% HP, and this is not quite over yet. Are they going to be able to get the crossover kill? This is the big difference here. He can look over the smoke, and Nico's ready for it. They have to make the jump eventually.
Double scout. The setup, and Mousesports not taking any damage. Kerrigan is pushed right into Upper Dark. He gets the first kill. 5 seconds left on this clock. They have no time. They get the plant, Mousesports, but it's still a 2-on-3. Mousesports with very little HP. Copenhagen Wolves closing in. The pack is hungry, and Alu, he manages to take one down, but it's still a 1v2, and they're going to split him up from window indoors. Alu gets another one, and SMF goes down. Alu clutches it from Mousesports, 1v3.
Yeah, and a very, very bad 1v3 coming out from Copenhagen Wolves. Super sick aim coming out from Alu, especially just really, really smart play. But that was one of those situations where Copenhagen Wolves could almost be 100% sure to win it if just they had coordinated that a little bit better. That was really not supposed to happen.
It feels like really they had that within their grasp, yes. But Alu just played that down to a T. The headshot at window in particular was a thing of beauty.
It's really, I mean, again, I'm not trying to steal anything away. That was so sick from Alu. So it's not a question of whether or not it's what Alu did. It's what Copenhagen Wolves didn't do. That's what's really painful. It's just still a great round for them. I mean, they got 4 kills, so it's really it's a round that's worth it for them. It's just that if they'd all peaked at the same time instead of running in one at a time, it'd have been a different situation, right?
Yeah, well, the position from Alu as well made it really difficult for them. They couldn't actually just close in and both face him at the same time. He played it down. I mean, Alu really played that down to perfection. It was a combination of both, as it usually is. Alu just playing out of his mind, and Copenhagen Wolves giving him the opportunity to do so. But right now, Copenhagen Wolves, they still have to be pretty pleased with that eco round. I mean, they don't get it, but they still kill 4 guys, and that's a lot of money that Mousesports have got to spend now to make sure that they've got the rifles to take this following round.
Nico, the only one on the site. Oh, really good headshot coming out here, losing Nuki early on. Nico's going to go down as a return, and that is actually Glaive doing a lot of damage. And Alu says, just stop shooting at my teammates, and kills him. Legia in the middle, going to be tackling 2 people. Really good defense, and Legia with a triple kill. Nice play from Legia. Once again, he's really been stepping it up when it really matters, and if he had died, then he would have given up an AK, and maybe also, you know, that AK could have come into play to try and retake the bomb site. So good job from him. 8-10, and now it's a double up setup immediately, actually, from Copenhagen Wolves with no armor on either player.
Yeah, double glass cannon. That's pretty sick from Copenhagen Wolves. But this is their way to try and throw a curveball at Mousesports, basically. See if Mousesports can actually catch on to the fact that they're going to be facing 2 scoped rifles. Alu gets flashed out on long, though. Picks off SMF to start. There's a man holding at the angle, but he's going to be backing off to sight. And that's Nico now, who will be locking this down. It's going to be really tough for Mousesports to make it out here with him holding this angle.
Yeah, it should be at least. Still just holding on here. Has no call to look anywhere else right now. They have someone covering short, so his only job is basically to keep looking down here and making sure nobody gets up on it. Chris is down, seeing if he can catch Nico. Now things get really dangerous for Nico. He has to stay put. Chris, it's almost like he knows. He's just walking up. Is he going to walk into certain death? No, he shoots through and Nico falls back. Chris is so cheeky.
It doesn't actually go for the... He could have shot him in the bum there, and that probably would have worked. But Nico manages to return, picks off Chris J. There's a good kill from Tabson, though, with the headshot on Nico.
Yeah, Glaive running in. It's going to get stabbed. He's basically trapped here, and that was pretty a big mistake from Glaive. They're going to have to fall back and save their rifles at this point. No reason to do anything else than... Oh, I don't know about that. Glaive running back
looking
like
better
that?
and better here.
They are.
And this is actually starting to get me worried here for Copenhagen Wolves, because we saw how big of a beatdown they took on Inferno. If they're not able to turn it around here and start getting some momentum back, it's gonna be a pretty brutal fight for them going into the second map of this best-of-3 series here. Mousesports looking really solid. Pimp will find Legia, who is hunting for him, but Tapson should take out Pimp. No, it doesn't happen. Pimp with 2 headshots, 3 headshots. Pimp single-handedly cleaning up the Mousesports lineup.
Yeah, pretty well done. But I'm starting to get really worried. Not so much because of Inferno, more because of the fact that how Copenhagen Wolves essentially lost the CT half against Epsilon on this map. Because they had a lot of painful mistakes, and I really don't want to see them repeating them just yet. That'd be too much, I think. Now we're into the 20th round, 10-9, and Mousesports, their economy's not looking amazing, but then again, neither is Copenhagen Wolves. They are mostly ecoing, except for the AK and the AWP that they saved last time.
Yeah, look at Kerrigan's forward position, looking into lower dark though on Cat. Very cool. He's actually going to get boosted up by Nico now, changing up the angle. Glaive is the one who's spotting at mid, not quite seeing anybody at top mid. He's going to go by for a second shot, and Tabson, well, alerting him to his presence. Kerrigan, is he really going to go for this? Oh yeah, Kerrigan, that peak.
That's a really cheeky peek. A very dangerous one. If there had been someone lower dark ready to receive him then, that would have been a little bit scary. But they get the opening, and that's good. Unfortunately, they can't pick up the rifle from that kill. So they are obviously better off than they started, but they're still in a little bit of a weird position because the B-bomb site's only defending by 2 people with pistols, which means if Mousesports go for a split push coming out here, then they can still lose this round really quickly. If these 2 people die without taking anyone with them, they probably can't win the round anymore.
All getting baited in, however, here. Nico is, well, alive, and now he isn't. SMF drops wisely back into CT spawn, but this is shaping up to be a B play. Now Pimp is the man holding behind the car. Can he get the headshots that he got last round? He's starting off pretty strong, but Legia, with the sick 180 spray, takes him out.
Again, that was probably more Pimp giving up that kill than it was anything else. Should have been a really easy takedown. SMF not going to make it happen, and now Carrigan needs to just run away. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be 10-10, but that kill right there from Pimp should have been an easy kill.
Definitely should have.
Like a trivial type kill.
He might have got flustered when he saw how many people are actually rushing in, and it really is those moments where maybe it's one of those moments, you know, the curse where you know you're supposed to get a kill 100%.
Yeah.
100% of the time you get that kill, and then because you know that, you miss it, right?
Yeah,
Right. It just makes the kill harder somehow. Like turns it into like the impossible kill, even though you're supposed to get it.
We've seen it 100 times, and it's really painful. But this was a very, very big round for that to happen in. And Copenhagen Wolves can bind this upcoming round. That's good, but that's actually Mousesports tying the score after being behind 10-5. It's now 10-10. Copenhagen Wolves haven't won a single round here in the second half, and they're going for another double-up setup. And we'll see if it's going to be working for them this time. They need to put an end to this right here. I mean, they need to start winning a lot of rounds in a row. Otherwise, I think Mousesports have this map, basically.
Agreed. This is starting to look... I mean, the momentum is really starting to shift Mousesports' way. They've managed to tie this up 10-10 now. SMF alive in the pit. Good kill there. Despite the fact that he was blinded, he does manage to pick up one headshot on Alu. That's a man down now for Mousesports. Yeah,
and they need to make up their minds here, Copenhagen Wolves. Are they going to defend long, or are they going to fall back? And they are going to stick to it, and I think that's a good idea. When they have 3 people here, I don't mind that they play this and just play for the retake. In the middle, Carrigan is going to have to flash his way back, doesn't want to challenge 3 people, and I can't really blame him for it. And in the CT spawn, Glaive trying to put some shots through, does a little bit of damage, a lot of damage, in fact, Glaive. Very nicely done. Outside B, Pimp is hiding in the corner. He's going to go down, leaving Carrigan alone. Good shot from Carrigan. It's not enough. He needs to do even more right now, and he's going to go down, and it's another 3-on-3.
Nookie, though. Nookie's position is fantastic. Glaive sees it coming, though. Glaive, somehow, the mastermind here, doesn't fall for the trap. And now he's pushing right on top of Tapson, who catches him off guard. There's the spray from Tapson, but SMF, luckily for Copenhagen Wolves, was close enough. Legia peeks out from window. This was such a back-and-forth plant. Unreal that Copenhagen Wolves actually get out on top.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure they would have, except for the fact that when Legia wanted to run back in, he just bumped into the wall and couldn't get in fast enough. If he had gone in fast enough, I'm not sure if that wouldn't have been Legia winning that again. It's very, very close round, and Copenhagen Wolves should probably consider themselves a little bit lucky they actually won that. 11-10 here, and we're into the 22nd round. And Mousesports can still buy, but if they lose this upcoming round, they're not going to be able to buy once again. Boost up on short here, and it's going to be Nico with the orb. Opening down lower dark.
He's looking. There's 2 guys here, however, from Mousesports. They take the peek, and no shot. Legia is actually getting legged, and Nico with the parting nade secures the frag and the man advantage now for Copenhagen Wolves. Mousesports no closer to getting onto a site here.
No, and now is when the Danes... This is where they screwed up almost every time against Epsilon, is they had the man advantage, and then they started peeking. And right now, they're not. I mean, look at this really, really defensive setup all over the place. Nico even in the position that I would want here. So this should be a really good way to hold it. If Nico just stays safe and doesn't get picked off, then it's hard for Mousesports to get it. Even a smoke off here. Yes, a lot of defensive play coming out here. This is a big change to how they played against Epsilon, basically.
Well, they're really bullying Mousesports right now. They've got the man advantage, they've got the gear advantage as well. Mousesports starting to run out of nades. Although it is starting to get a little bit even now as far as nades are concerned. Copenhagen Wolves, however, they've got 2 guys now watching cross. Yeah, Nico here with the AWP, though, is going to be taking point.
It's a fake as well. They get the first kill there. Now Nico's alone, and this might be about to be about to be man advantage instead for Mousesports. Sick shot from Nico. He needs backup quick, though, and it's actually coming as well. Carrigan going to pick up a kill. Chris and Nuki left. 2-on-3. Bomb is going to go down. Chris gets the spray. That's now a double. Can he get another one in? This is not over yet. Chris is still alive up here in a 1-on-2. Peeks out, and no, it goes down. I wanted to believe that that could really happen. A very good adjustment for Mousesports there. Nico comes up with a triple and stays alive somehow, but that could have definitely been the terrorist round.
I think that's the thing. Nico stays alive despite being the first man on that site, holding from A slope that entire time. Somehow he stays alive the whole time. That's crazy. The fact that Nico, it's not somebody who rotated in. It's Nico who's just unkillable, like immortal. This guy, and he gets 3 frags to boot. Insult to injury there for Mousesports, who actually are forcing it up here.
Yeah, they are. That grenade not doing anything on long, and some good flashes is going to force Copenhagen Wolves back. And you're right, they have forced it up, which, well, not on everyone. This is really strange. Chris obviously going to be saving for an AWP, so makes sense for him not to buy. But then Alu has, yeah, I guess they've just bought on everyone else except for Chris. That's been the plan here. But I'm very confused. I'm very confused about this one.
I'm kind of curious. Yeah, it does seem a little bit odd. I'm not quite sure. It seems like Mousesports really just trying to perhaps catch Copenhagen Wolves off guard with a weird buy. SMF is going to be peeking short. Tabson spots him. And there's going to be the standoff here. A double stack on short for Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, SMF in the corner goes down after getting the 1 kill. Glaive with a good one. Needs more. Going to pick up a double and pistols out. Leggy is going to challenge it here. And great hold by Glaive. That's the kind of thing that they need. Alu's pretty going to come and pick him off while he's scavenging for more weapons, but he did what he needed to here. And now Alu's going to be alone. Charging back towards the middle, runs out right into Pimp, and Pimp spots him. It's going to go down as well. This is now a little bit worrying. Alu's on the hunt.
That was a bit of a mistake there from Pimp. Not sure why he was on the B slope. Like, he could have just fallen back onto that site. If you're solid on the site, then life gets a whole lot more difficult for Alu. Alu is looking for a pick. He's looking to catch the man rotating. So Pimp challenging mid. I'm not sure it was the best call there for Copenhagen Wolves. That's a plant that Mousesports have got now because of that.
Yeah, you're right. And the question is, can the representative from Finland here actually do it in a 1-on-2? He's walking in, and Nico takes him down. I had actually a lot of faith that maybe Alu could have clutched that 1-on-2. That would have been... It was already a sick round from Alu, but it could have been even sicker. Yeah,
another
definitely.
1v3 for Alu.
I think that could have happened. He was looking... He is a really strong player. I think that could have definitely worked out. Now it's going to be 13-10, and that bomb plant helps them out in terms of money. Actually, a whole lot. They wouldn't have had a lot if they hadn't got that bomb plant.
No, that's the key part here. But Copenhagen Wolves actually, they secure themselves a pretty decent round here. Look at Alu. No fear this time. He wants to make up for it. He gets returned on by Kerrigan, though, with an AWP. He takes out SMF, so it's a quick 1-for-1 over at long. But in the meantime, upper dark, Chris J setting up for a bit of a cheek play.
Yeah, they're rushing in here. Pimp is ready with the AK, but he's going to go down. Pimp not having much luck at the moment. Nico's going to peek in and takes down Legia. Chris is in there, gets legged as well, actually gets body shot, and now he doesn't have a lot of HP. They need to slow this down. Nico's charging in, which is actually crazy, but it still works somehow. Nico is going to go down. He's getting a triple kill, but now Tabson's alone 1-on-2 here, and he's got plenty of time, and Copenhagen Wolves got to play this one smartly.
That's the thing. Tabson still has a minute left on this clock. He's really looking towards window. He wants to catch Glaive peeking. He spots him jumping up there. Glaive doing it one too many times. Tabson with a sick headshot, but Kerrigan locks it down. Doesn't miss the shot when Tabson goes for the cross. And Tabson lured in to that site to his demise.
But credit to Tabson for hitting that utterly sick shot. That was very, very cool. As you said it, he spotted him once. Next time around, just gets taken out. But now, Mousesports are forcing up once again. And obviously, they don't want to play for overtime here on Dust 2. But this is now a little bit tricky. Like, they've had a lot of force rounds. And I'm wondering if it's going to work out. If Copenhagen Wolves win this round, they're not going to have a lot of money for the last one. Actually, they will have enough money, so that's why they're forcing up. Makes sense all of a sudden.
Oh, they'll have the money. They've lost quite a few consecutive rounds.
Yeah.
So they'll have the money. If they can get another plant, that would be monstrous for Mousesports. Really give them a fighting chance here. But Copenhagen Wolves are just looking so dominant. Still control of mid here. Nico taking a little bit of fire, but he's got that AWP, and he's hoping, crossing his fingers, he's going to catch somebody on Cat. But that's not going to be the case. He falls back to the B site, and Copenhagen Wolves, once again, playing very passively as far as the defense is concerned.
Glaive up here by Goose. Got to be a little bit careful. He's getting back up from Carrigan coming out, and SMF's just holding down long. So this is a really good setup. I like this one, especially with Glaive out here to help. If Carrigan misses a shot, then... Oh, he's going to get smoked off now. Glaive is going to flash his way in, spots one person, and backup should be called for immediately. They know what's coming up here. Great double from Glaive. Bomb. No, actually, Chris doesn't have the bomb, but he's right there in the smoke, trying to dodge the bullets coming into it, and it's going to be Chris and Alu left here, and they are running right into him. Glaive with a triple kill. Alu now, 1-on-3, a little bit of a hiccup there, and Alu, well, is not going to be able to do this, I think, in a 1-on-4, in fact. It was a 1-on-5.
Yeah, 1-on-5, 1-on-4. It's time to one-up Alu with a Galil. He's looking to catch a frag. Now he's got an AWP. I like this better.
And this time they really shouldn't let him plant. If he plants now, Copenhagen Wolves are making a big mistake. And they're missing all the shots. What the hell is happening here? Finally, they take him down, but that was the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a while. And did you get a little bit of a hiccup in that round too? Just a little bit of pause?
Yeah, just a little bit. But
all right, good.
It seems like it was quickly taken care of. What's really fun for me right now is just Glaive. Like, what's with Danish in-game leaders? They're always top fragging. Like, Glaive is just putting in big rounds after big rounds, just all over the place across the map right now.
I don't know, but it comes down to this for Mousesports. It's 15-10, and they need to start winning rounds to force the overtime, and then they need to keep going. Carrigan, very aggressive move, and a very different setup from Copenhagen Wolves. They're really switching up their defense a lot this time. It's going to be a hold for B, and it's going to be a B push coming out. Carrigan misses the shot, and that is a big opening now for the terrorist side. Alu going to go down. Glaive now, sorry, yeah, Pimp picking up a kill as well. Glaive with a grenade. Pimp inside, gets the spray. Nuki goes down, leaving Chris alone in a 1-on-3 here. And this is for the map. If he doesn't get this 1-on-3, it's going to go into Inferno.
And Pimp, again, is playing very carefully here. But look at Chris J. He has to worry about CT spawn. Unscopes. Nico takes the kill. 16-10 the final score between the